most relevant to the blacks. And something came up. Pete Buttigieg, Mayor Pete, say his last name so I don't destroy it. Buttigieg. Pete.
Not booty.
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
Say it one more time.
Buttigieg.
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 So I was saying Buttigieg, but it's Buttigieg.
Yeah.
I want to get it right. And no disrespect, seriously. So he is not black, in case you weren't sure, but he's one of the 132 people running for the office of president.
Yeah. Julian Castro just dropped out.
Okay, so
he got 131 now. Yeah.
So he's running for president, and some things you may know about him is he is young,
37.
and he is white, and he is gay.
Yeah.
That matters because why? What was he talking about?
Well, I mean, it matters obviously in America right now because he's gay running for president, right? Like, right? But
as far as we know, it's the first one. Nobody's ever run
openly gay. Yeah, he's the first openly gay man running for president, and he said that he can, when asked about race, he says that he can relate to the black people and their discrimination because he is gay, and I guess let's not summarize what Pete Buttigieg said.
Get the full
Let's
quote.
say exactly.
So he was kind of low in polling with black Democrats, and I think he's searching for connection.
Yeah, 1%.
1% as of right now.
And he's trailing very badly in South Carolina, where there's a lot of blacks.
And so where he was saying he could relate, go ahead.
Yeah, so he says, while I do not have the experience of ever having been discriminated against because of the color of my skin, I do have the experience of sometimes feeling like a stranger in my own country, turning on the news and seeing my own rights come up for debate and seeing my rights expanded by a coalition of people like me and people not at all like me. He said that at the debate, and that sparked some I didn't get a chance to see what Black Twitter did to him.
So this is not an unusual angle. So the reality is black people experience oppression and gay people experience oppression. So that's true. Yeah, but a lot of people, like Elizabeth Warren could have said it. Yeah. As a woman. Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
so I think that anybody of the protected class, if you're over 65, you could have said it. If you live a little bit, you could have said it. I think that's not a common connection, and I think what's frustrating about that, I think there's other ways you can connect with a people than just one sweeping generalization. Well, because I'm gay, it's the same. There's really a lot of people who, you know, in the whole oppression Olympics, like I don't know. I know one thing about being black is it's visible. Generally, someone can look at you and decide who you are.
Somebody pointed that out. A gay gay white man, and a gay black man walk into a room and wearing the same suit and don't say a word.
Right.
You can't tell what the man's sexuality is.
Right.
Unless he says something.
Right. And some people dial it up and you might suspect they're gay or straight. Anyway, so what do you guys think of that? When people are looking for connection, they're like, I get it.
I think that he's just struggling.
Yeah, it was a reach because, I mean, to make that comparison or even try to come close to it is wrong because...
Or that is a reason to elect somebody to office.
Right.
You've struggled too.
Yeah. I'm more concerned, and he does have some kind of plan about, it's called the Douglas Plan to address racism. Like, yo, just go there and just tell me about that.
Yeah.
You don't have to try to, you know what I mean?
I too have been oppressed. Like just.
I too have grown up in the ghetto.
Like
the Douglas Plan for tackling institutional racism, a proposal for sweeping changes in healthcare, education, employment, crime justice, criminal justice, among other areas. Tell me about that, Pete.
Yeah, talking about You're Just Like Me. I think maybe if his experience as a gay man, whatever he's felt or experienced, whatever he's experienced, makes him think about and imagine what it must be like to be black. If that's where it brings his brain, that's fine. But I think
Being black ain't a lifestyle.
And you don't have to be like people. I don't know. I don't know. I don't need you to look like me or act like me for me to consider you for the office. Perhaps it would turn. Perhaps if I was a gay person, maybe I would relate to that. So I'm not at that particular intersection. But I can't. It just felt really weak.
Because if Mayor Pete was sitting across from me right now, I would tell him first. I would say, you know, the gay community doesn't have to go through the one drop rule. You don't get followed around in the store. If you get pulled over by a policeman, you're not subject to get shot at. Probably get shot because you're gay. Because he doesn't know you're gay unless you tell him.
Right.
So I would say those things to him.
Like race, gender, sexuality. They're all different things that you know what I mean to discriminate based upon, and they all get discriminated on in their own way. Right. You know what I mean? So don't.
And there's
try
real
to mix the two.
Don't try to mix it, but don't. I don't want anybody to think that we don't know that the experience of being a gay person
is a struggle, right?
Is different.
Like being homeless,
being heterosexual is a privilege in a lot of ways. So I can acknowledge that, and I know that. And but I think reaching was like it's just like being black. That's how it sounded to my ear. I'm just like you, you know. And it's like, well, no.